Hello my dear friends and welcome to my channel. My name is Barbara and today we're going to be looking at Mars in Aquarius. This video is for you if you have this placement. If you're a cross watcher, welcome as well. Very exciting to be doing the Mars series. I'm almost done, and for you guys, I switched up the side. You guys are special and you guys already know deep down inside that you are. But overall, I found it really interesting to switch up the vibes of the environment because that's what Mars in Aquarius energy is all about. It's about changing the environment, changing the way that we view things, changing the norm, going against the norm, these types of things. Mars in our natal charts deals with how we go about things, what motivates us, our ambitions in life. It also deals with how we handle conflict and how we might express ourselves sexually. Aquarius energy deals with being a philanthropist, a humanitarian, connecting to something bigger, some sort of larger purpose. It deals with large groups of people, the mind, the intellectual mind, being different, being unique, being quirky, being out of the box, really choosing your own path. That's the whole thing here for Mars in Aquarius. When I was thinking about this video, if I could sum it up in one sentence, Mars in Aquarius really is here to choose their own path above anything else. And it's interesting, sometimes the Aquarius energy gets the negative rap of being like detached and these types of things, but it's not that they're detached. They're choosing themselves. They're choosing what they know, because it's like with Aquarius energy, you guys are very psychic and intuitive in the sense where it's like it's claircognizance. You guys just know it deep down inside. You guys know you're here for something bigger, some sort of larger purpose. And it almost feels like for you guys, because Mars deals with our personal power. It's that solar plexus chakra. It's our identity. It's kind of what lights us on fire. So for you guys, it almost feels as though throughout your life, you guys are kind of prepping yourselves for something bigger, something that is here to connect the masses together, some sort of higher mission. That's the thing with the Aquarius energy. And I feel like sometimes the Aquarius energy gets that rap of being like detached in like a negative way, but I don't really see it negative. I just see this energy as like, again, they are very futuristic in a sense. And I feel like that's where we're heading as a collective, to this healthy detachment, you know, where it's like, I'm doing me, have my own personality, but I don't need you to suffocate me right now, right? If we look at a lot of relationships up until this point at least are very codependent, very needy, very much like, you know, we have to be together all the time. Aquarius is detached in the sense where it's like you guys just know you're part of some larger collective already, that we're all connected at the end of the day, whether you're with that person 24/7 or whether they live somewhere else, or maybe you guys see them once a year. That's another thing for Mars in Aquarius. You guys are probably going to have a lot of connections online. This could be friends, this could be lovers, people abroad. It's very healthily detached where it's like you guys can maintain these relationships. The thing is, like Mars in Aquarius, you guys are probably going to have a lot of friends because it is the sign of friendship, but at the same time, it's interesting because you guys are going to always feel a little bit out of place, like you don't belong to this collective, because it's almost like you guys are here to lead something. The way that I'm seeing it as a revolution, but it doesn't have to be something like that. Just overall, this is the fire you guys have burning within you to lead something, start something, be seen in this way, but intellectually. That's the thing here. You guys are going to be highly intelligent. A lot of the times you guys might resonate with like that quote where it's like, I'm part of this world but not of it. You guys just feel very out of worldly, different, very unique, and people are always going to be very attracted to you guys for this reason, because you guys yourselves are going to be very non-judgmental. Aquarius energy, very non-judgmental. You guys have a lot of friends from a lot of different walks of life. You might find yourselves participating in a lot of these different groups where it's like the external person might kind of be like, what do you guys have in common with all those people? But it's like, because you guys are non-judgmental. It comes down to the self, not in like a selfish way. I feel like a lot of the time when we look at people choosing themselves in society, that it comes off selfish. It's not this. It's just you guys kind of feel like you're always working with the divine, like you're kind of co-creating something with the divine. These terms might very much resonate with you guys, just hearing these things where it's like you guys just feel like you're here for a higher purpose, higher mission, something to help advance humanity, something that's going to be very unique and different, and you guys never want to be put into a box. That's going to be the worst thing for a Mars and Aquarius person, is going to be someone putting them into a box. That's the thing, because it's like Aquarius energy, you guys are definitely going to be trendsetters. That's what I was saying in this video as well, where it's like first video where I'm in a different location. It's like you guys are the initiators in the sense, right? Where it's like you guys start the trend, everybody comes along and they kind of start to pick up on whatever it is you guys started, but you guys never want to be part of the group. That's what's really interesting with Aquarius energy. It's interesting. All of the fixed signs deal with the ego in a different way. With Aquarius, the ego comes in being different, being unique, being a trendsetter. So it's like they're gonna be like, yeah, oh yeah, I started that trend. Like that was me. I thought about that. But at the same time, if somebody else comes along and tries to label you guys that, you guys are gonna be like, I'm not part of that group. I'm still my own person. So it's like you guys are gonna want to belong to the group, absolutely, but at the same time, that ego comes through where it's like you guys still want to be separate from the group. You guys still want to be your own individual. You guys want to be seen as your own person in the sense where it's like, I'm not part of that group, even though, you know, you guys maybe started it, or maybe you guys are part of the group in one way, shape, or form. You guys don't want to be seen that way. You guys still always want to kind of add your your own little flavor to whatever it is that you're doing. It's always going to be different. It's always going to be unique, and it's always going to be unique to you guys. So the thing is with Mars and Aquarius, you guys can build on ideas that already exist, absolutely, but you guys are always going to have your own twist on it. This energy as well, Mars and Aquarius, is gonna love playing devil's advocate to get those thinking wheels rolling. The Aquarius energy wants people to think, they want to be mentally stimulated, and they're gonna kind of see things in this way where it's like, well, why don't we question it? Why is it like that? Why has it always been like that? And they're always going to shed a different type of perspective on absolutely everything. So it's really, really interesting because it's like Mars can also deal with conflict, and I can see how this energy can trigger maybe in other people cognitive dissonance or something of that sort, because it's very much out of the box. And I think that that's why Aquarius energy is very misunderstood, in the sense where it's like people think of it as detached or just different or just like typical buzzwords like quirky, eccentric, out of the box, like these types of things. But it's like they're already there for you guys. It's like you guys probably have noticed throughout your life, like anything that you guys were interested in 5 years ago, everybody's getting interested in now. You know what I mean? You guys are always ahead of the curve, and it's like through claircognizance, it's through your ideas. You guys are always starting some form of new idea. This placement is great for like invention, starting tech, anything to do with the internet, definitely using the internet to your advantage when you have Mars and Aquarius, because you guys will find your tribe. That's the thing too, the Aquarius energy. It's like at the end of the day, like maybe in the earlier part of your life, you guys feel maybe isolated or just like very different, or like you guys never quite really fit in. So I can see like Mars and Aquarius, you know, starting things online, sort of page where it's very unique to their interests, and boom, you guys attract your people to you through the internet, because through the internet, really anybody can, you know, stumble upon your page. You guys aren't limited to like the community or like the place you guys are living like back in the day. That's the beauty of the internet. So definitely take advantage of that. If you guys have Mars and Aquarius, definitely take advantage of things like crypto, AI, like all these futuristic types of things are definitely going to be something that piques your guys' interest, and you guys will prosper in this area. That's the thing, because you guys already understand it. Once again, like sometimes I hear from people, and people years ago who invested in like Bitcoin, for example, definitely these people have Aquarius somewhere in their natal chart, right? You guys have that vision. It's very like psychic. It's psychic, intuitive, whatever term you guys want to use, but you guys are able to see into the future. So it's kind of like for you guys, you know, anytime I see Aquarius in anybody's natal chart, I always kind of feel like the collective is catching up to that person. So for you guys, it's a lot to do with your identity and who you guys truly are, because that's what Mars is. It's that personal power, things that motivate you, and maybe things that you guys have started like maybe years ago. You guys were into things like astrology or like numerology, or once again, anything to do with tech and technology and innovation, all these types of things. You guys were already there. Anything that connects people together. That's the thing. Like that's the common denominator for Mars and Aquarius. Like this is really what motivates you guys at the end of the day. You guys are looking to connect people for some sort of higher mission, higher purpose. That's what it all comes down to. So all of your interests are going to be in tune with this. And it's like people around you might not necessarily understand you. You guys might come off cold. You guys might come off detached. But at the end of the day, this energy is really in their own zone where they're co-creating with the divine, something higher, larger than life. Like that's very much the energy. It's very much larger than life. If you guys were to channel this energy into whatever it is that you guys are trying to bring through, you guys would eventually anchor it, and you guys will see that the collective will get there. However, what I will say for this energy, and what I always say for Aquarius placements overall, is sometimes you guys have to start where the collective is at and then bring people up to your level. So what do I mean by this? Let's say you guys think of some form of new invention or some form of new platform that might be very popular maybe in 5 years, let's say for the people who created Facebook or whoever. So it's like you guys think of it, you guys have to get the customers to come through. Well, how do you guys do that? Well, in that case, you guys might have to water it down. So that's the thing, because like Aquarius energy is really interesting because it's like it's ruled by Uranus, but it used to be ruled by Saturn. So it's all about timing. It's all about mastering the timing of pitching your ideas. Because sometimes what might happen with Mars in Aquarius is like when you guys were younger, you guys might pitch all these ideas. People might not be ready to hear them, or like they don't understand them, or like I mentioned, they might go into cognitive dissonance because it's like some sort of concept that people weren't ready to listen to at that time. Now you guys are kind of mastering that, right? So sometimes you have to start where the collective is at, water it down a little bit, talk about whatever they're talking about, pique their interest in these ways, and then kind of plant those seeds of whatever your ideas are, and eventually everybody will get to your level. I'm sure for a lot of you guys are going to notice that a lot of things that people are talking about today, you guys were probably into years ago, okay? You guys are just ahead of the curve is really what that is, psychic, intuitive. Whatever term you guys want to use, you guys are always ahead of the game. Overall, you guys are very non-judgmental. Once again, lots of different friends. And the thing is, like Mars and Aquarius is going to like different people. You guys are going to love different people. unique people, quirky people, like people who have like certain quirks to them. You guys are going to be very interested in these people, and that might attract you to those people. Like let's say somebody has a certain type of quirk or mannerism that's like very like unique to them. You guys are going to notice this. You guys might be attracted to that, or you guys might find that very endearing about that person, because that's really what makes that person them. That's the thing. So like people probably feel around you like very calm, like they can open up, like they can be their true selves. That's really what it is. Because I saw a quote once, and in that quote it was saying something like, I'm paraphrasing, I don't remember it word for word, but basically it was saying like it's a matter of time until like everyone shows like their own like weird self. So it's just like a comfort level, and you guys just bring that, and people feel comfortable around you guys, and then you guys are just going to be silly and goofy and weird together. Like honestly, Mars and Aquarius people, you'll notice these people are going to have the wildest ideas. Honestly, like maybe this weekend they dress up as a unicorn, and then the next weekend they're doing some other thing. I don't know, I'm seeing like a football game and they're like there. You guys can very much wear many hats. It's interesting because this is the creative access, Aquarius and Leo. The two energies are kind of looking to get recognized for different reasons. Leo wants to be seen for like them, for who they are, shining, right? It's the sign. That's what Leo is all about. But for you guys, it's all about the mind. It's all about your ideas. It's all about being unique. It's all about being different. Like within you guys, you know, like again, maybe your look is different, like the way you guys dress is different. Like unique is really what that is. Like unique to you guys. Maybe you guys do different types of hairstyles, different types of clothes. Maybe you guys have a very particular niche that you guys are interested in. Like whatever it is going to be unique to you guys, and you guys stand out for this reason. But at the same time, you'll notice in a few years, boom, the whole collective is going to start doing those things. Maybe the specific hairstyle you guys started, everybody's doing these things. So that's the whole thing here with being ruled by Saturn, because it's like, it's an interesting energy because Saturn is restrictive. So sometimes Aquarius energy feels restricted down here by just the rules of this plane and existing down here, and the way that things are, and even the way other people think, and like the way people might have very like restrictive minds and mentalities and these types of things. But boom, Mars and Aquarius comes through to break up exactly that. That's kind of what you guys are doing here. And it's interesting because it is fixed, and you guys used to be ruled by Saturn, because it's in the Mars. When you guys get an idea or an invention or whatever it is, maybe it's an app, or maybe it is something that you guys start, like whatever it is, you guys are going to be very good at it, because it's like you guys have the fixed energy in there, which is that like consistency that you need to basically bring something through and anchor something through. But then Saturn in there is going to give you guys the discipline. The only struggle that might be in here is if it becomes too like limiting. That's the thing, because Aquarius doesn't want to fit into anything. Like they don't want to be put into a box. That's what it comes down to always. The Aquarius energy, they don't want to label, they don't want to be labeled in any way, shape, or form. So because of this, like it might be a struggle for you guys to pick that thing that you guys want to do. But as long as it's something that's like mentally stimulating, bringing people together for a higher purpose, a higher cause, techie, futuristic, like innovative, whatever it is, maybe something that doesn't even exist yet. Maybe you guys bring something new completely to this world, you know, into this current reality that we're living in. Honestly, whatever it is going to be your own thing, and it's going to have your own energetic signature attached to it. Like this energy is not going to be able to go with whatever the norm is, whatever the boxes of society are. Like you guys are really going to have to invent something, and you guys probably have that desire already within to start something, invent something that's different, something that is new outside of the norm, something that's very futuristic. Sometimes I tap into this energy, and like when I tap into like Aquarius energy, sometimes it's very futuristic in the sense where it's like you guys might even feel like you're operating on multiple planes or multiple dimensions, like things like this. I'm not going to take you guys too much into the crown chakra today, but that's kind of how it feels like for me sometimes when I tap into Aquarius energy. It can be very futuristic, like very ahead of its time. You guys might even notice, like maybe you guys, like if you really start to master the mind, you guys are going to be very interested in this, where it's like you guys trying to master like working and operating on the astral planes, like really learning like the power of the mind and how to use it, because it is in the Mars, to kind of get whatever goal you guys are trying to get or whatever ambition you guys have. Like honestly, this energy, like I don't know how far into the future we're talking here, but like this energy could probably like get to the point where it's like it literally thinks that it could like move things with their minds. Like that's the type of energy Mars in Aquarius is. Knowledge is power, and for you guys, I mean, you guys are gonna have an endless supply of knowledge. You guys are always gonna want to know things. You guys are always gonna want to hear things from different people's perspectives as well, just to kind of like absorb. That's the thing, because it's all about information. Like you guys are highly intelligent in this way. It's all about the mind. It really is with the Aquarius energy, and through that, it's almost like you guys are developing something behind the scenes. I mean, this energy can even go into science, like anything of this sort, right? It's that Aquarius energy where so you guys just think differently. You guys are interested in information. You guys might think about things, theories, like all these types of things. That's very much that Mars and Aquarius energy. So these are going to be things that motivate you guys. When it comes to conflict, this isn't interesting placement because it's like, I don't really see Aquarius as too argumentative. I mean, because at the end of the day, we are all human and everyone is still gonna have anger come in one way, shape, or form. I can see this energy kind of letting things go and being kind of chill for a period of time. But what I will say is this energy still is, out of all the air signs, the most mature air sign. So they definitely, when it comes to conflict, are going to use their words. They're not going to waste too many words. Like, that's the difference between the different air signs. You guys are the most mature one. If you think about it, it's the final air sign. There's a wisdom that comes to you guys, and then in turn there's also a respect that comes to you guys. So I don't really see a lot of things really upsetting you guys because you guys are very understanding. There is that layer of being non-judgmental and like understanding where people are coming from and these types of things. But at the end of the day, like, if it does come down to conflict, you guys might definitely use your words. You guys might be very stern with whatever it is that you guys are saying. Definitely I will say that much. The visual that I'm getting actually is, I don't know if any of you guys know about the tarot, but it's called the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is like stern, blunt, to the point, like really knows how to assert boundaries and these types of things. So I can very much see the Mars and Aquarius energy going in that direction of just kind of like saying things, just like laying down the line. I will say that it probably will be after an extended period of time, like, because in the beginning you guys might understand where people are coming from. Now in this video, I also wanted to talk about how you guys might express yourself sexually, and it's interesting because this energy, I'm not going to say certain words too much. You guys might have to read between the lines, and I'm going to dance around certain words a little bit. But for you guys, it's like, you know, sometimes Aquarius energy gets labeled as like freaky or kinky or just like completely different. And okay, maybe some of them are, but also I feel like for Mars and Aquarius, like, because sexual energy is a part of manifestation, for you guys might be aware of this. Might be very much something that you guys learn how to harness and learn how to use. And like for you guys in terms of sexuality, like, yes, absolutely, like all the signs, there's a light side and a shadow side. You guys could go into the detached aspect of things, but sometimes when it comes to relationships, I just see Aquarius energy as very futuristic, as where we're heading as a collective, where it's very open energetically, and it's like, it's not clingy energetically, and it allows people to have space because the energy themselves also wants to have space. So that could be part of the detached energy for Aquarius. But I can also see this energy going into like transcendental, like sexual experiences and like things like this, where they're trying to connect in different dimensions and planes, like something that is completely different. And I think they get labeled these things because it's very different. So like the everyday person might not comprehend. But I'm sure as I'm saying this in the video, you guys probably know what I'm talking about. Like, it's like things that are very futuristic, like things that are different, like things that the collective hasn't really anchored yet. You guys might perceive it in this way, again, where it's like out of body, or it's like transcendental, or it's like you guys are trying to achieve something through this, or it's like you guys get your downloads through this, your ideas. To go in that direction as well. But absolutely, it can go into like the stereotypical way as well. It's on her range, just like everything is. So that was something that I also wanted to touch on in this video. Obviously, it depends on the rest of your natal chart and aspects and all these types of things, but that's the whole thing with this energy. And I know sometimes the Aquarius energy can get labeled as emotionless and these types of things, but I just see them as controlled. It's that maturity energy that they carry within. They know how to control their emotions. The more that this energy evolves, the more it becomes connected to the divine, to some sort of higher purpose, where it's like it understands everything happens for a reason. Sometimes people have to part ways. I mean, we can look at it as like a grandparent or somebody of that sort. Like, it's very controlled, where it's like grandparent knows, you know, the children are doing their own thing, or the grandchildren, and these types of things. So it's like it's attached in this way. I can see it this way. I mean, if we talk about unconditional love, I mean, that's going to be a whole different conversation of its own. But for these people, it's like, for them, they see unconditional love in detachment, in allowing people to go off and be themselves and go on their path, because ultimately that's what this energy is seeking. They want to just be able to be detached, in the sense where it's like, in a way, this energy might kind of see society as too enmeshed, too like intermingled in each other's business and these types of things, where it's like this energy is all about the soul. It's all about the soul evolution and what the soul came here to experience. And again, passion, purpose, and some form of higher mission. Like, that's what you guys are always going to come back down to. And it's always like, regardless whether it's happening consciously or unconsciously or subconsciously, like for you guys, you're always picking your path. That's the thing. You guys are always going to feel like you're connected to something that is larger than life. With that being said, I'm going to wrap up the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed my video on Mars and Aquarius. If you guys did, please do like, share, and subscribe. And I hope you all have a beautiful rest of the day.